Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be going over tokens and the different sorts of tokens that exist in Gwent at the moment. Now, a token in Gwent is a special effect on a unit that adds a graphical effect to the card that isn't normally on cards. There are currently three different sorts of tokens in the game. There's shields, resilience, and spying status is also a sort of token because it does add a visual element to a card that can be removed. Now, shields is a token that certain cards come with, such as the Earth Elemental. So when the Earth Elemental is played to the board, he starts with a shield. You can see this little glowing shield animation here. And what a shield will do is it protects the unit with the shield from the first instance of damage that it would suffer, and it will protect it from as much damage as hits it. So it basically blocks damage once, no matter how big the damage is. So for instance, if I use this Thunder card that normally deals 7 damage to target my own elemental here, he doesn't actually take any damage, but then the shield is completely removed. And you'll see now that the shield is removed, the opponent played Triss, and after the shield was gone, it was able to deal 5 damage to my Earth Elemental as normal. The main way to get shields, other than having a unit that starts with a shield, is this card called Quen Sign. And what Quen Sign does is you target a unit that's in your hand, and it will buff all copies of that unit in your hand and deck by 2, and give them all a shield. So for instance, if I use Quen right now, I can use it on Ekimara. And now my Ekimara has a shield for the future, and he's a little bit stronger. So that's kind of a way to protect units, key units in your deck that you want to have survive after you play them to the board. Now resilience is another token. What resilience does is it allows a unit to be carried over from one round to the next. So you'll see my Ekimara card here. It says deploy, gain resilience, and consume an ally. So if I do that, I can eat up my 1 health Earth Elemental here. His Death Wish triggers because he got moved to the graveyard. We discussed Death Wish last time. And you'll notice after I played Ekimara, he gained this little fist icon on the bottom of the card here. This fist with the little board thing indicates resilience, and that means that this Ekimara will be carried over to the next round. There are certain cards like Ekimara that come with resilience. A different way to get resilience on a unit is to play this neutral card called Adrenaline Rush. What Adrenaline Rush does is it toggles a unit's resilience. So if a unit currently has resilience, like the Ekimara, this will actually undo the resilience. And if you play it on a unit like this, the Earth Elemental that spawned, it will give it resilience. I'm just going to untoggle the resilience on this Ekimara for explanatory purposes. And you'll see it kind of breaks off, and now the resilience is gone. Let's use Doragary here to play another Ekimara, so I can show you how the resilience actually works. So now we're ahead in the round, and we have a resilient unit here. So after we pass, this unit will be carried over to the next round. So we win the round, and to start the next round, the resilient unit stays, but as you can see, the resilience effect drops off after the unit is carried over once. So resilience only carries over for 1 round, and then it goes away. You may also notice that the Ekimara had 8 strength in the previous round, but now it dropped down to 6 strength. So what happens with the resilient unit is that when it's carried over, if it has been boosted above its base strength, it's weakened back down to whatever the base strength was. So in this case, the Ekimara was at 8, he was boosted by 2, he got weakened back down to his base strength, which was 6. If he had been damaged, however, like if he had been damaged down to 3 or something, he would not be boosted back up to 6. Damage is not healed when you carry a unit over from resilience. It's only boosted strength that is brought back down to whatever base strength is. In the last token is spying status. I'll play my Frightener here to show that. You can see after I played the Frightener Spy card, there's this little eyeball looking around on top of the card. It's an extra graphical effect that's considered a token. This effect is something that can actually be toggled on and off, spying status. Normally this won't be changing too much, but the Nilfgaard faction in particular has the ability to toggle spying status on and off with certain units, and some of their cards have synergies with cards that have spying status. So you'll mainly be seeing that sort of thing with the Nilfgaard faction, but it is important to note that I believe technically spying is considered a token because it does add an extra graphical element to the card that can potentially be removed with certain cards. So that's about all there is to say about tokens at the moment, but in the next video we're going to get into locking and how that goes about both taking away card abilities and getting rid of tokens. Alright, see you in the next video.